Hi Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock and I want to welcome you today to my stamping video. I'm coming from Southern California and it's June 21st, which is the official first day of summer 2023. And when I got this paper, as fresh as a daisy, I thought, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with these 5 panels? So this was the very first thing I ever did with this paper, but so I made these cards quite a while ago. But I'm just now showing you because I'm just now starting to make videos again. So, and then I also want to show you these little pieces that are left over. I want to show you what they look like and what you can do with them. Okay, so on the back, there's this beautiful mauve color. And so this is a card that I'm also going to be showing you how to make before too long. But I needed a really pretty contrast designer paper right here. So I just cut it down to match. And so that was what I did with the little odd pieces there. Okay, so the first card I'm going to show you is this wheat, wild wheat. And I used the largest Scallop contour die. I love the die. Now this piece was a little, see how it's a little bit too big? So you need to cut it down to 3 1/4, and then it's going to be 4 5/8 in length. And if you cut it down to that, it fits perfectly on here. And then wishing you the brightest birthday. This comes out of the set, and then this die is also in the set. So it's just perfect. Put that together and you've got a very simple card that's really, really pretty. Okay, so that's the first panel that I made. The second panel is somewhat like the first one, but I'll show you, I had to work with this a little bit differently because if you'll notice, let's see, this panel, okay, so here's my largest Scallop contour die, and you'll notice that the paper is too short. Now I've already cut this down. It comes 4 inches, so I cut it down to 3 1/4. And then I realized, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So here's what I did. Here's the die. Okay, so I came 2 scallops and I cut it all the way across at the second scallop. And then let me show you what I'm gonna do. I think I'll put on the back here. Okay, so now I'm gonna cover up exactly. Okay, then I'll just take my, I'm gonna put a little bit there too. Okay, now we'll position this just like that. And this is gonna go, oh, that's my timer. Sorry, you guys, time to drink water. If I don't remind myself to drink water, I can go for hours without drinking it. But at this point, I will wait till I finish the video. Okay, so we'll just take these off. And we'll just position this like this. And okay, now I want to show you something that I did with the die. This, Your Friendship Means Everything. This is also in the set, and this is what I'm going to put right there. However, this die is too big. Okay, so what I did, I stamped the greeting and I pulled it down to one end to cut it initially. And then what I did is I just placed the die where I thought I would want it, turned it over. You can feel when it fits into the groove. So when it fits into the groove, then put a little piece of washi tape or whatever you use. You can just cut it out that way. And then you get this, which is exactly the size that I want. And what I like to do is I like to make my greetings about 3 thick. That way I don't have to use a dimensional. I love dimensionals, I'm not against them, but I don't always like to use them. Okay, so this is gonna go right there. And I'm happy. You know, on these first 2, I didn't even put any embellishments. I may go back and rethink that, but I think they're very pretty just like they are. So there's my second one, the pink frame. Okay, then I want to show you the third one that I made. Here's the third card I made. And for this one, I used the radiating dies and created a frame. So you'll see that I needed to cut this frame down just a little bit. I mean, this piece of DSP down so that it'll fit under the frame. And then to make the frame stand up, I used these, oh shucks, I just forgot what they're called. The foam adhesive strips, okay? I used the foam adhesive strips under the back side of this, cut out a daisy, cut out some copper leaves. The You Made My Day, that is also from the daisy set. And then the little blue embellishments I put on there are called adhesive back solid gems. Really pretty. So again, a very pretty card. Boho blue, beautiful. Okay, there's panel number 3. All right, then panel number 4 has kind of an Asian feel to it. And so what I did is I put, because there's gold in it, I put a gold layer. And then of course this would be cut down to 5 by 3 3/4 so that it would fit on there. And then after I got it cut down, I took the Scallop contour die. You can see what I did and cut out that. Then when I stamped, let's see, I'm gonna tell you where these are from. Okay, so this little guy is from Wild and Sweet. So I stamped him in black and then colored in a little crumb cake and a little old olive. I didn't put a lot of color in him. And then Sending Birthday Wishes, this is Pretty Peacock, by the way, is from Wildlife Wonder. So this again is a pretty simple card, and I like it. Okay, so that's card number 4. And then card number 5, I'm actually going to make, I'm gonna put that aside. So remember the out in the West kind of feel? That is this card. And I'm going to be using several pieces from Grassy Grove. I'm going to use this piece and I'm going to use this stamp. And then I'm going to use the dies. I'm going to be using a couple of the deer dies. That back in there. Okay. All right, so let's get started with this. Now the good thing here is that once you cut the panel out, I'll leave this here. Maybe you can see it. Once you cut the panel out, you don't even have to do anything to it. It's exactly the right size. It's 5 1/4 by 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this big stamp from Grassy Grove. I'm going to stamp it in crumb cake. And I'm not going to stamp it off. I better take it off of here though. Okay, so I'm going to put it about right there. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so now we've got a little more interest there. Then I made a little tiny mask just for this part right here. Let's see, where does this go? There we go. Because I want to stamp, if you can see here, I'm going to stamp the trees. They're also from Grassy Grove. So let's see, here's the trees. I just didn't want, oh, another little trick I'm going to show you. I'm going to take my early espresso marker. Probably not too good for your fingers, right? I'm just going to go over the brown a little bit. Let's see how this turns out. Off it. And maybe about right there. Ooh, nice. Okay, then we'll take our mask away. Nice. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. Okay, then I'm going to put our deer on. I cut these out of early espresso. So let me put this away. Lick that off. Okay, I know you guys do that too. All right. So, okay, so here's our deer. About right there and about right here. I'm putting these first because I want to make sure I have room for my greetings. Okay, so now I'm going to go to early espresso and it's going to say sending birthday greetings, and we'll put it about right here. Okay, nice. And then it's going to say, whoops, I just moved everything. I'm going to say, to a great guy. Okay, looks good. And then all I have to do, see, here's more of that gorgeous mauve paper. Okay, and I'm going to put this onto my base white card. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed seeing these cards. If you'd like to place an order, you can place it at sandyhancock.stampinup.net. I would love to hear from you if you'd like to reach out to me. And I'll just say goodbye until we see each other again for the next video. Thanks for joining me.